played, been part of a matchroom tournament, so very happy to be back and very happy to be joining you in the commentary booth. Now
3 years.
Pundit, ex-partner, now pundit.
Has it been 3 years
Since I played a matchroom event? Yeah.
Wow.
World Masters.
Saying that, we've been on lockdown a year, so.
Yeah, I haven't probably played 1-2 matchroom events in the last 5 years, so it's great to be back, and we've got a great match here. Unfortunately, we've lost Chris Robinson, like you said. Very disappointing for him. Come such a long way as well. The only good thing with that is that the other guys in the group can now relax, knowing that they're coming back tomorrow, no matter what. So now they're just focused on trying to finish in the top 4.
Mr. Melling to break.
Cue ball's close. Stays over the pocket. And he's got a shot at this one ball. It's not the easiest of shots, but obviously Chris, such a fantastic potter.
Yeah, Chris, we know him very well. Played teams together, grew up together. So I don't think anyone knows Chris as well as what me and Carl do. So yeah, Chris playing well, you think is probably nailed on to make this shot, but sometimes you're not quite sure which Chris Mellon's going to turn up these days. So yeah, he used to make these type of shots for fun, but he has been playing pretty good today, Carl, what I've seen.
Got off to a wonderful start, winning his first 2 matches. Unfortunately lost his last 2, so he's under a little bit of pressure. Of course, like you said, he'll be back, that's the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, the Chris Mellon of old, I mean, he's still a class player, isn't he? But the Chris Mellon of old, you're thinking, he's no way he's going to miss that shot. Well, it wasn't easy. First shot of the match, queuing from that pocket. And Kaci, one of the top players, probably one of the top players in the world now. Still hasn't won a big major yet, but you think it's just a matter of time. Very deliberate the way he plays, but very controlled. Very smart player, very knowledgeable for his age. Remember, actually, the first time I ever seen him play was when he played against you at the US Open. I think did he beat you there?
Yeah, he come to the table and he was like some big fat kid, and I thought, oh, this is a good draw. And then all of a sudden he's like never missed a ball, and I think it was the year after I got to the final. I think it was, and yeah, and then he sort of burst onto the scene, and then the time I seen him after that, he'd grown about 4 feet and lost a load of weight and looked like a model. So I thought, what's going on here?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen him before. I'm guessing it was around 2016, 17.
Yeah, 16, I think.
And then the next thing, I started the World Pool Series, and he won 2 out of the first 3. He just come from nowhere, and then he just kick-started from there. He's really kicked on. But like I said, he has won tournaments, but he hasn't won that big major yet. But his fundamentals are so strong. He's a pretty good snooker player also. I think he's Albanian champion quite a few times. So he's a prolific century maker at snooker. So that puts him in good stead coming to pool, and with his pool knowledge as well. And he's actually a really good 8-ball player.
He was telling me before I was having a chat with him that his younger brother, 14 years of age, plays snooker every day, and he's making 100 break after 100 break. So
yeah, I did actually see his brother play in Athens last year, and he looked pretty promising. He was very young as well. That was playing 9-ball, and he looked dangerous there. 14 years old.
Well, that's something to keep an eye on over the next few years.
A little bit off with his cue ball speed here on a few shots, but like I said, because he's such a good potter, he pots everything really quite clean. I think it's probably right now, what I've seen the last few years, it's probably the cleanest potter in the game I've seen. Up there with Joshua Filler and Jason Shaw. Like, just hit the ball so pure and clean. Little bit like yourself back in the day.
Yeah, about 15 years ago.
See, everything. It very rarely touches. He don't cheat the pocket so much. Like, I mean, a lot of players would cheat the pocket there and come closer to the 9, but Kaci's one of them guys who likes to put everything clean. I'm not too sure what he's done to his hair. He's done something. Looks a bit different. Nice start for him. Quite big matches now, these are.
Yeah, Eklund's won 3 out of 4, so he's in a pretty good spot. Albin's on 2 out of 4, and obviously Eklund's opponent Chris, he's on 2 out of 4. So
yeah, I think the six players who remain, who are guaranteed to come back tomorrow, 4 of those, I think any of those 4 out of the 6 can qualify for the semis. So it's going to be an exciting finish to day 1. I think we're going to give props to Ralph because he got off to a really bad start and he's come back really strong, I believe.
yeah, he lost his opening match to Chris Melling 5-0, then he won against Eklent, and then he lost the Hill Classic against Kelly Fischer, but I think Kelly Fisher's probably the story of the day so far.
Yeah, I watched quite a lot of it in my room, and without being biased, I'd probably say that she's probably played the best out of everyone, what I've seen so far. I don't know what your take is on that, but what I've seen, I'd probably say that she's, performance-wise, she's right up there.
Yeah, I've not seen much of Eklund play. He's been out on table 2. This is his first match on table 1.
In favour of Mr. Kaci. Mr. Kaci.
Quite a big match with Albin and Kelly on table 2 because they're both on 2 wins, and I think this match for Chris is massive also. This is more important for Chris to win than Kaci. Because you could have a scenario here, Carl, where you go into the last set of matches where it could come down to rack difference. Who qualifies for the semi-finals? A nice break there.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, you know, the players left now. Obviously, Chris is unfortunately out of the tournament, so, you know, the rest of the players, they know they're going to be coming back tomorrow, so they've got more chances. But I'm sure you just want to win your group and see you on the final day.
Yeah, I mean, actually, whoever does win today, this group today, will not play again until next Monday. So I think depending where you're from, you could be here for another week without playing a match, or you might have the option to go home and come back. But would you risk that if you're from a different country? But I must say that the hotel's very nice, the facilities and Matchroom are taking really good care of the players here, so it's not the end of the world, is it? You're more than happy to be through. He's more worried about the 4 ball here, and I think he is the 8. So let's come around the back of the 4 here. Oh wow, can't believe the way he played that. He's completely mishit that ball. There's no way that he went to come off. Or maybe he was trying to spin it round, but he just went too close to the pocket with the cue ball there. That's why he bumped the 4. Very dangerous shot, but it's turned out okay, really. It could have been a disaster there. It'll be interesting to see how he plays this. Does he just roll it in with a bit of right? Or does he come underneath the free?
Yeah, I think as you said before, he's such a good potter, so even on this shot, you still fancy him to pot this ball, don't you? And it went in really clean as well.
He might have had a terrible roll here. He might not be able to see enough of this free ball. He's looking at his face, he's not happy. I think he's just okay. But sometimes you can come funny there, can't you? Where you kiss that 4 ball full and it just comes in front of the cue ball, so you can't see the free, but it looks like it's okay. You just got to trust the table here on this type of shot. Let's hope that the table's rolling well. And like I said, even we see on that 2 ball there, Carl, is that I do really believe, I'm just saying it, but I think he's probably the cleanest potter in the game. And he's going to be around for a long time. He's Kaci. He's still very young. How old is he now? 20 or something?
I think they said he just turned 21, 22.
I can't believe it when he said to me that he was 18 a few years back. 21. Unbelievable. He's probably, so he's got a good, as long as he stays healthy and everything else, and he's got a love for the game, he's got a good 20 years at least at the top level.
Yeah, bad news for Kaci is he's got the likes of Phil and Fedor Gorst knocking about.
Yeah, but they'll all have their days, their good days and bad days. I think obviously Phil is the man right now, but he's definitely got competition there with Kaci and Fedor and the likes of those guys. Oh yeah, you got to stay steady on these shots. Keep your head still. Just like that.
Update on table 2. Albin Ouschan takes a 3-1 lead over Kelly Fischer.
It's a bit of chit chat in that arena between Kelly and Albin. Bit of banter going on. I think that fluke what Albin had. Kelly's looking very well. I was speaking to her earlier. She's got herself in good shape and playing good. And she really took advantage of the lockdown, playing all these ghost tournaments. So is there any chance seeing you making a comeback, or are you just going to stick to this commentary job?
I kind of like just sitting watching everyone else struggle out there, to be honest.
You're doing a lot of stuff with your YouTube page now. So I thought it might just spark you to make a little comeback.
I don't know, now and again you feel like maybe should I just get the cue out and hit a few balls and whatnot, but I don't know. Maybe one of
like
these.
You've got the passion again. As
well, maybe
like
one of these.
You're cueing well in practice.
Maybe one of these open tournaments when things get back to normal. I mean, at the minute with all this COVID and you can't really go anywhere. I've not really thought too much about it, but
Mr. Kaci, Mr. Melling.
You should make a comeback, really. Maybe Emily will give us a spot in the World Cup pools, a C team.
C team.
The home nation. Decent break there from Chris. He probably would say the difference between, let's see what happens to the cue ball. He lost it a little bit, it was going down towards the bottom left hand pocket. And I'll probably say if there's one weakness with Chris Carl, it would be his break.
Yeah, I
on,
mean,
on an American table, not so much an English 8-ball table.
Yeah, I mean, he was chalking like an American pool player. Then did you see him swinging the cue in his left arm there? He had that down.
Yeah,
look, there you go. Look, that's how the American pool players chalk the cue.
Next week when he's playing English 8-ball, but be back to the old traditional way of chalking the cue. Wow, what a shot! But those type of shots is something Chris loves doing.
Oh, he's played that absolutely plumb.
Absolutely awesome shot that was. Yeah, that's one of the best shots I've seen today. He hit that really confidently. Yeah, there's not much to not enjoy watching Chris Melling. You don't know what you're going to get, but it's great fun to watch. And we've seen it, Carl. We must have got to be 25 years now of watching, been around Chris Melling.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the day, obviously I was commentating on his matches, and it was classic Chris, where he's just losing the cue ball. You see it there again, but he does play all the cue sports, and he doesn't focus on one, let's say. So you're going to lose the cue ball. But I think he's been a bit fortunate as well in some of his matches where he's left a straight bank.
Yeah, that could have easily been a different situation there, where he didn't have that bank, or is it landed perfect? Well, I think because of his style and the way he plays, he is going to get some good rolls like that, and sometimes it'll catch him out. But yeah, he's definitely he makes life tougher for himself, but for the spectators at home, it's amazing, right?
Yeah, he's often going to come with them big shots that we love to see, and he's off the board. It is 2-1, and we will be back after a short break.
All happy now, he's won a rack.
One thing's guaranteed, that shot will appear on plenty of highlight reels.
Whoa, did he split the wicket? What a beautiful shot that was. What a beautiful execution.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table and just hit the ball.
sporting events should not be held until there are no new cases.
Well, that's right up there with me. No crowd, but who needs them? Just in terms of pure potting ability, he's just one of the best we've ever seen.
Oh my word. Incredible.
What a power-packed partnership it is. Start the engraving process.
Welcome back to the Predator Championship League Pool. It's day one, it's Group 1, and things are heating up. Chris Melling is playing Eklent Kaci, and things are getting tight in this group.
Yeah, on table 2, Albin's leading 3-2 against Kelly, so Albin's at the table. It's all to play for in this group.
Rack number 4. Current score is 2-1 in favor of Mr. Kaci. Mr. Kaci to break.
John Lehman says Mr. Kaci to break in rack 4.
Nice break. Cue ball got kicked, but has it affected it?
9 ball was close as well, wasn't it?
Well, he did it a perfect break, but the cue ball got kicked. Probably been around the same spot. Got another kick there, so it probably landed where it probably would have landed without the kick. Well, the first shot's huge here, right? Big first shot. So if he just rolls this ball, he's going to kiss into the free, so he needs to negotiate that free ball after making the one. Then got to make sure you make the one ball. I don't know if you can draw this in, Carl, without coming around the back of the free. Can you just nip it in?
Yeah, it doesn't look as easy as it looks on the camera angle there, does it? He's caught the 3, but I think he's going to be alright.
Yeah, it's a little bit lucky, but it was still a good hit though. I thought he would have played that with a bit of right and coming between the 3 and the 5. Well, it's turned out perfect. Chris will not be happy with that, as you can see. He's slumped in his chair there. Them chairs don't look comfortable though.
They are comfy. I sat on one before. I thought, oh, these look alright. Not that you want to be sat in it, but... Yeah, that'll do. He's got a nice little angle as well, so he can navigate down this table for the pink 4.
Yeah, I'm not too sure he wanted to land there, but it's turned out perfect. Interesting, like that shot. So now he's going away from the angle what he should have been. I thought he would have left a big angle there and come across table for the 4 in the same pocket he's just made the 3, and then his perfect shape to come down for the 6. It shouldn't be a massive problem, but just got to put it's a bigger stroke here than what he needed to if he left a bigger angle on the 4 ball. So you've got to be careful with this shot. So he's definitely going to draw it. I was very surprised if he was to try and force this in with a lot of top. What he's doing. Played that really well. I think we would have drew that, Carl.
Yeah, he played that lovely. The speed and everything just come round nice. Didn't seem to hit it too hard either, did he?
Yeah, that's the advantage when you know you're in the tournament, but you get to see how the table's really playing the first couple of days. So I think this is really helpful for someone like me who comes in on day 3 and group 3, see how the table's playing, see what you can and can't do. Where the first day, like Chris Robinson, he just hasn't got into it, made a few mistakes, and you don't have that opportunity to come back the next day. And that was, in the end, a nice run out, 3-1.
Yeah, table 2 update. Albin Ouschan is on the hill. He's playing Kelly Fischer. He's leading 4 racks to 2.
Yeah, this type of format, when you look at people like Kaci and Albin and Ralph, you just can't ever see them losing like 5 or 6 matches in a group, you know what I mean? With their style of play, just very methodical, very controlled. Even when they're B game, let's say, that you always think they're going to win a couple of matches. So tough guys to beat. And Kelly actually coming dry there, so Albin's at the table. Not as such a. This last match is going to be massive, because if Chris loses this match and Kelly loses, I believe Chris and Kelly play each other next.
Yeah,
Kelly.
they do. They're up next. So as Daz says there, that'll be a very, very intriguing matchup, because they'll both still be on 2 wins, albeit
Rack number
Kelly will
5,
have played
turn
1
4,
match less than
Oh,
Chris.
Mr. Kaci,
Yep.
Mr. Melling to break.
So if Chris loses this match, for example, and he wins his last match, he's just got to rely on other results to qualify, or would it be automatic?
Something like that, pal. Yeah. I'll let you know at
Well,
the
your
end.
stats, alright. You're good with your stats these
Yeah.
days. You used to be terrible with your stats.
I'll let you know after the next round, if that makes sense. So Chris breaks off, did lose the cue ball. Bit unfortunate not to have a shot on the 1. And
Yeah, but like we say, if he has got that one weakness with his break, is that he does lose a cue ball a lot, and these things can happen. That's really good.
oh, that is a beautiful jump shot there. Just killed the cue ball on the spot.
That's Chris Melling, shot maker, and I believe he's playing with the new Predator jump cue there. I don't understand why I didn't bring mine with me.
Well, I think you should go and get somebody
I
to
was
get it
thinking
after
that,
watching that one.
Let's give that later on. Yeah, it was a big shot as well, because if he don't make that and leaves it up, he was looking at 4-1. Now he's got a great chance here to get back to 3-2. I believe Chris is playing with a brand new cue as well. He was, before he was using the carbon fibre for a good couple of years, but now he's now playing with a 3-1-4-3 Predator. I'm not too sure about the butt of the cue. I believe it's an icon. I believe he's playing with an icon there. Nice use of the second rail there. There's a lot of players there that try and hold that just off the 1 rail, but when the tables are that quick, you just want to let your stroke out that a little bit more. It is impressive how he can just adjust from one cue spot to another.
Yeah, not easy at all. Obviously, you know, we've tried to dabble in a bit of this and a bit of that on the pool tables, and
Ooh, I probably spoke too soon.
well, what's happened now? Just about to break out into a big story then. And
Yeah, sort of put a quick one in there and sort of quit on it.
yeah, that's very unlike Chris Melling. I mean, to be fair though, as you were just saying there, you know, when you talk about trying to mix cue sports, he plays all 3 cue sports, and what I mean by that is American pool, English 8-ball and snooker, very good, but it's hard to compete at the top level at all 3, isn't it, just by mixing it, let's be honest.
Well, obviously I've known him such a long time, and I've told him time and time again that maybe just focus on one and give it 100% for like a few years and see where it takes you, especially snooker and 9-ball. But he just loves being out there and performing no matter what the cue spot is. So that's the way he is. That's the way he's done it all these years, and it's sometimes it's paid off. But you could argue that it could have been a lot more successful also for how talented he is. He got a nice roll there. But Kaci, I believe, is pretty good with his jump cue also, so don't be surprised if he makes this.
That wasn't his finest effort, was it?
Was that a touch though? take that.
Yeah, completely miss it. That didn't he? Didn't hit where he went on the 6, and I think we'll see Chris have a go at this back cut double.
You never know, he might go for a cut. But, yeah, not easy to bank on. When it throws to the rail, it's a bit more tougher to judge, I think, these type of shots. Yeah, he's made it there. Good shot.
Yeah, great shot.
Yeah, didn't worry about the cue ball there. I think he sort of knew he was a good chance of kissing the 9 ball. And that's a big rack there after that miss as well. So definitely got away with one there. But again, race to 5s, you need that little bit of luck. And that was huge there, because that would have been 4-1. 3-2 is definitely in the game here.
Yeah, that's a big moment there in this match. Table 2 update. Albin is at the table. Of course, he's on the hill. He's leading Kelly Fischer 4-2 in that match, so we'll keep you updated.
Yeah, and he is running out there. He's got a chance. So there'll be 5 players from this group, which will join 2 more players for Group 2 tomorrow. Which are the 2 players in Group 2 tomorrow? I know David Al-Qaedi.
And Naoki Oi.
No, Hockey is not here.
I'm sure he is, isn't he?
It's a Polish Maestro, right?
Well, he shook my hand yesterday, so
Who
he's
did?
definitely here. Naoki Oi.
All right, maybe
Yeah.
it is.
If it's not Naoki Oi, it's his twin brother.
I do apologise.
Mr. Kaci. Mr. Kaci to break.
Well, he's come a long way then, Japan. Big break here. And serve. He's actually broke serve actually, so Chris needs to break serve. And again, pretty good break. Didn't control the cue ball as good as he usually does there. Wow, now then.
Yeah, now then. Will he be tempted? I think the one does go in the side pocket past the green 6.
Does that line up that combo? Yeah, it is natural to get shape on the 2 if the 1 ball does pass the 6 into the side, which I'm pretty sure it does. But it's not easy. But with how good he does shoot the balls, you'd expect him to probably make it and get shape on the 2, which is probably the biggest shot of the game, because the rest of the balls are laying pretty good. And the combination is very tough anyway.
Yeah, this is the key shot of the rack. If he pots this and gets on the 2, I think he's had a little skid there, you know.
Yeah, he double kissed on the 6, but he got lucky though. Chris might kick this into the side pocket, without a doubt, because he doesn't cut. Yeah, it looked like a bit heavy contact there. It just turned on him that one ball. Just turned over. So Chris has come off the top rail here, but he just missed the 4 on the right hand side. He'd like to make it off 2 rails, so that brings him natural shapes come down for the 2. So he come off the short rail at the top rail to the side rail, hit the 1 ball, half ball, make it in the side. But now he's looking at completely something different. So the only thing I could suggest here is that he's looking at playing a bank shot and drawing him back, which I don't like. I think the kick's definitely the shot, because the 6 ball makes this a pretty makeable shot. He's definitely favourite to make this shot. I believe you should be looking to make this maybe 7-8 times out of 10, Carl.
Yeah,
just because of the 6 balls though.
Yeah, and we all know this is the type of shot he thrives on, and he likes to, you know, knock these in and get on the highlight reel.
Yeah, and without a shot clock, he can do his little system, what he's doing here. He's doing the mirror image. He uses the mirror image, just doubles the distance. It's a little bit tricky when the table's new, so you have to allow maybe a little bit for the slide. So he definitely wants this off 2 rails, but you never know with Chris. He might just play at the 1 rail and make it that way, but it's a bit tough to get on the 2 ball doing that. And if he plays 2 rails, the white ball should naturally come across and just miss the 7 ball and get shape for the 2 past the 9. Yeah, it's a 2 full.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky, weren't it? Just hit it too full. Hence why the one ball has stayed there.
Yeah, it's not easy as what it looks. I still expect him to make it, but obviously a table what you're not 100% sure how the rails are playing yet. Maybe later in the week he'll be more confident about making that. Well, it's a big wreck as well because this is for 4-2, so Kaci a great opportunity now. Probably his toughest shot here is the first shot. Get in shape on the 2-ball.
Table 2 update. Albin Ouschan did beat Kelly Fischer, so he moves on to 3 wins out of 5, and Kelly is on 2 wins out of 4.
Getting very interested now. I love this format and this system.
Niels has played 3 matches, won 2. He's on next on table 2. Albin will stay on that table, so
He plays Niels next, right?
yeah, that's a big match.
Big match on table 2. Yeah, I do love this format, Carl, and this system. You've always something to play for, no matter what. No matter how many matches you've lost. 90% of the time, you've always got something to play for. Chris Robinson's in a different situation, but I think as long as you just win one out of your first 5 matches, you'll have something to play for.
Well, he's playing for pride now.
Yeah, play for pride. And play professionally because it might affect the rest of the group. But I do like the system. It really keeps you in the tournament, let's say, and the format's perfect for when you've been out of the game for such a long time, like these guys have. It gives you that opportunity to get your arm going, get used to the nerves and the pressure again. Where most tournaments we lose a match and we're going home, or sometimes play double elimination. If you lose early, you know yourself how brutal it is to try and come back from the loser's side.
Talking about game, how's your game looking in practice?
It's not too bad. Not it's hard to judge when you're practicing on your own. I've had a few practice sessions with a guy who I practice with quite a lot, Elliot Sanderson. And it's been pretty good. I mean, but you still got that doubt, haven't you? Because I haven't been competitive for a year. You're still not really sure until you actually get out there. But the game feels okay in practice. I won't say I felt amazing in practice, but definitely better than what I was, let's say, 2 or 3 months ago. So I have put some work in the last 3 weeks since I got the call. So I'll just go wait and see now. Yeah, I'm excited, looking forward to it. I think the format's great, and just can't wait to get out there and play.
Well, as you said, I think what you've touched on there is important. You're going to get a lot of pool, and if it doesn't go quite your way on your day, as long as you don't finish last, you'll be back.
You never know. Like boringly good hinty is Kaci. It's just like he just puts everyone to sleep but does it in the perfect way.
Yeah, and he takes rack 6. He's leading Chris Melling 4 racks to 2. And we're going to have a short break. We'll be back soon.
Going to the bottom cushion, maybe off the 8. Oh, trick shot by Woodward. What a shot by Albin Ouschan.
One thing's guaranteed, that shot will appear on plenty of highlight reels.
Whoa, did he split the wicket? What a beautiful shot that was. What a beautiful execution.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table and just hit the ball.
This championship is being played with the new Aramith tournament set. Featuring a unique molecular structure, it guarantees razor-sharp precision and unsurpassed longevity. Unquestionably the best pool balls in the world, this set is available in a TV and a value pack version, as well as in the new My Aramith range of ball and cue cases. Now you can bring and play with the best ball set everywhere you go. My Aramith, bringing new dimensions to your billiards experience.
No hockey eye. Sure it's You're not thinking about the game.
Welcome back to the Predator Championship League pool. It's the first major of the year, and it's been a good day. Good day for Kelly Fischer as well. She's doing well. One of 3 ladies in this event, and she's won 2 matches out of 4.
She was very close to winning 3. She missed the 9 ball in one match to win. I believe against Kaci, she missed a 9 ball to beat him. Not in the last rack, but I think she was up.
Yes, that's right. She was 4-3 up when she missed the 9 ball and let Kaci off the hook, and he broke and ran in the last, so that could be big at the end of the day.
Big break for Fischer. Again, just lost the cue ball slightly.
Where's the
bit better control than the previous ones, but cue ball got kicked, which doesn't help sometimes. But most of the time when the cue ball gets kicked, this is a tough shot. A lot of traffic to avoid here. A long shot on the 2 ball, and the 3 ball is right close to the cue ball there. That's his next ball. So can he make this and come in between the? Can he come in between the 4 and the 9? And miss a 7? Yes, beautiful.
Yeah, that's a great shot. When you talk about not focusing on one game, that's when it kind of really shows, and he judged that real nice.
Yeah, it was a really good shot. I must say, he does look more comfortable with the 3-1-4-3 than what he did with the Revo, in my opinion.
Which shaft are you using?
3-1-4-2.
You've gone old school, have you?
No, I think the Revo, the carbon fibre, suits certain players, but I think it depends on your style of play and your stroke. So it's not against it at all, but I think for someone like Chris, I think it just looks more comfortable with this shaft in his hand. Definitely asking Kaci the question here, winning this rack. And that's a good thing with this race to 5, is that you're never out of it, even if you're 4-0. 4-1, you can soon come back. You've seen it in the Mosconi Cup, the same race. So many matches people come back from 4-1, 4-0.
So Chris Melling makes light work of that rack. He's very much still in this match against Eklent Kaci.
These games are starting. It's like Carl keeps looking at his sheet there, looking at his stats.
And I still don't know what's going on. No, we're joking.
And on table 2, I think Niels is going to win the first rack against Albin. And that's a big match as well, because I believe Niels is on 2 from 3 and Albin's on 2 from 4. So that's a really big match for Albin Ouschan, right?
Yeah, Niels is on 2 from 3, Albin's on 3 from 5, so Albin's not doing too bad there. If Eklent wins this match, he's through, because he'd
Albin's
be
on 3, is he?
Yeah.
Rack Number 8.
If
Oh
Eklent,
yeah, he beat Chris, didn't
if Eklent wins this match, he'll be on 4 from 5. So
he? So this is Albin's last match then. Well, I don't think he's guaranteed to go through though if he loses that match though. Against Neil. It'll come down to racks if Chris wins, for example, or Kelly. And Ralph's doing pretty good, so and Kaci. So yeah, I think it's going to come down to racks, Carl. You know, for the 4th place, maybe 3rd and 4th, maybe come down to racks 1 or the head-to-head. So it's going to be very interesting. And another great break there from Kaci. And it is a massive weapon to have in the game when you really can park that cue ball on a consistent level, like you see it with Shaman Bonin and Jason Shaw, Kopinyi, Wu Charching, that they just got so much good control there. In America they call it the rock. American terminology, that's what we use in the slang. And he is a really good breaker of the balls, is Kaci, and makes a huge difference.
yeah, and he's got a pretty good chance here. He just wants to get close to his work. Obviously, he was one of the best combo players I'd ever seen, Daz. So you can talk us through this one.
Well, this is laying perfect because the 7 ball's not frozen to the rail. So if he gets on the, obviously playing for the 4-7 combination, but he'll just make sure that the 4 doesn't hit the 7 directly first. You would think he'd maybe just play for like that little fin cut on the 7. Where if the 7 was frozen, you'd have to hit that perfect, that combination. But when it's just off the rail like that, it just makes it a lot easier. So I think most players would make this combination, most professionals, but there's an art to it. Usually best picking out a spot on the rail where you would aim the 4 ball to go through the 7 as your target. He's overhit this a little bit. Should be okay just because of how the 7 ball's laying, but if this was frozen to the rail, this would be a very tough shot now when you're cutting it back to a blind shot. Probably more worried about holding the cue ball here than he's actually making the combo. From this angle it looks, from the overhead camera angle, it looks a lot easier. There's a bit of pressure on it because he knows it's probably game ball here.
Just seen Albin Ouschan's missed another long ball in that match on table 2. He looks a bit of a different player at the minute. He's going through the emotions.
Yeah, he's seen him make quite a few mistakes today, but again, maybe not been in competition for a long time. It's just guys are a little bit rusty and not as sharp as what they should be. I think Neil's, the biggest thing I've noticed with him is that his safety's been quite off. And Kaci negotiated that combo really well. Barring a big mistake, positional mistake here, it'll be a big win for Kaci because I believe it will more or less guarantee him to qualify to the semi-finals.
Yeah, I mean this is 4 out of 5, so he's guaranteed semi-finals now.
And Chris will have to win his last match and then hope that he has a good rack difference over the other guys. I think 3 wins is going to be the number to have a chance to get into top 4. A good performance though from Kaci.
Yeah, very solid match there, great match. Chris Melling, don't go anywhere. You're straight back on against Kelly Fischer. It's an all British matchup.